Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Sagittarius Snake. This is Hatazio Israel, and I had to quit smoking, bro. Like quick. Um, the reason why I started that thing for real because I found out my mom was dying and that she wasn't gonna make it. Um, and she was like the only woman in my life, what I'm saying, who really actually, had, you know, love for me. And me losing her, man, was painful. Me knowing, what I'm saying, her health condition and her being paralyzed and not able to move on her own or talk on her own was painful. Me not being able to hear, those phone calls, those voicemail messages that she leave on my phone is painful, man. I missed all that shit. I still do. Um, it hurts. And through my pain, what I'm saying, I've made poor, dumb decisions. What I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, man. I let the devil into my spirit, man, for a long time. He was in my mind, body, and soul for the longest, and caused me to have extreme poor health conditions, poor choices in life, and responsibilities I couldn't even take care of. You know what I'm saying? Reason why I was smoking, man, because I miss being a dad to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I miss my mom. So I think about my brother. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not able to, see him and talk to him and spend time with him. You know what I'm saying? I missed my dad. You know what I'm saying? I hate the fact that, what I'm saying, me and my sister ain't really, really close like that. You know what I'm saying? There are things in my life that ate me up alive, man. And I decided to roll up and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Smoke my brains out. Um, I went and took psychiatric pills, man. Vraylar, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Trazodone, all types of man-made poison. You know what I'm saying? To keep me stupefied and have this barrier of negativity. You know what I'm saying? I was depressed, miserable. You know what I'm saying? Me going through a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Me not being able to have a strong connection, you know what I'm saying? A good, positive connection with the person who I chose as a wife. You know what I'm saying? I rushed into things, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be loved, appreciated. I wanted to be the man. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have no foundation. Um, so now, currently, I'm still battling, you know what I'm saying? Still battling lust, still battling, slothfulness. There's a lot of things I'm still wrestling with. But with this grace and with God slowing down his anger because he deserved to let loose his hand and all hell break loose. Um, he's still merciful, man. He still allows me to work. Um, Still got a place to rest my head, even though, since sometimes that could be war within itself because I don't have my own. You know what I'm saying? It still bothers me that I don't have a place of my own where I can go to and I call the shots and I have a cat or a dog or anything or anybody coming over or any contacts in my phone who can, give me positive influences. But I'm starting, back off small, getting back to my Bible. Uh, you know what I'm saying? I don't read it every day like I should, but you know what I'm saying? I decided to crack this thing open and take it with me everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's necessary in these times, man. It's necessary, period. And every time I've done something, I wasn't supposed to be doing, man, I feel like, man, I know people will say pray for forgiveness, man, but sometimes my spirit be so heavy, man. I'd be so disappointed, so frustrated of the wickedness that I've done, bro. I don't even feel like I should even pray because God ain't gonna hear that. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna deal with me, man, because playing games, bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, they said double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm like, you know, trying to practice righteousness and yet I'm on my phone, saying beat my dick and smoking and having hatred in my mind and saying F my baby mamas and all that, man. So I'm no better than them. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta stick to a path and practice either the good side or the bad side, man. I can't do both, man, because I'm not going to win this fight. The word says, he that endures until the end shall be saved. You know what I'm saying? You gotta endure hardness. Um, let's see what this Bible say real quick. I want to go into the New Testament. If I can get to it fast enough. 1 John 5 and 8. No, not 1 John. Oof, I'm slipping, man. It's 1 Peter 5 and 8. That's what I'm looking for. Nah, not 1 Peter. I'm tripping. It's John chapter 8. That's what I need, the New Testament. John chapter 8, verse 32. It says, it's the words of Christ. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Free from what, actually? I want to be free from the condemnation that be in my brain, the foolishness that be in my brain, the laziness that be in my brain, the procrastination, and me not just sticking to the script. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that for me to get understanding, prayer is good, reading this word, and also fasting. Because fasting, man, it's like the meat and potatoes, man, to like purge out any uncleanness that you are wrestling with, man. And I wrestle with a lot because I know if I go without days without food and water, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be suffering a lot, you know what I'm saying. But my spirit, man, it grows when I go without food and water. That's the beautiful thing, is when your spirit grows, and a lot of negativity, it's not going to beat you upside the head, man. It's like this is a continual thing. This isn't one thing where I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do this week and I'm good for the rest of my life. Now this is like a continual thing that you have to do. Okay. So the truth is gonna make you free. The word is the truth. You know what I'm saying? The world isn't the truth at all, because there are people who hate the truth. They resist the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? They always want to debate about shit and they feel like they are right. You know what I'm saying? But I had to quit smoking, man. Because one, it was giving me headaches. I was, getting health issues going on. Like diabetes was starting to form. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to like really, really X that out of my life, man. I couldn't keep on living in the past, man, of me, you know, losing my mom, losing my daughter, losing my mind, you know what I'm saying? Me putting on all this weight, you know what I'm saying? It's bad. Um, I don't know this Bible all like that, um, but I need to, you know what I'm saying? Because this thing is gonna help. All right, so I don't got a whole lot of time. Let me see here. Okay. All right, so this is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. May read a little bit more verses. All right, Sirach chapter 2, verse 1 says, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. That's step one. So you hit the reset button. All right. You're programming your mind and your spirit to be like, you know what? Let me put this weed out. Let me fast. Let me dig into this word and try to clean up the residue. All right. I have to prepare my soul for temptation. The temptations is Pornhub, okay? Excess eating, overspending money that I really don't have, um, missing, days of work, not studying this word, playing the video games all the time. Um, and it's like, are you really, really serious about serving the Lord when you're feeding your temptations? It's the reason why, you know, people are avoiding you. It's the reason why when you speak, you make absolutely no sense. There's no substance. What's coming out of your mouth? Um, Everything that comes out of your mouth is complete nonsense. It's foolishness and it's confusion. You know what I'm saying? Due to the lifestyle that you're serving. You know what I'm saying? So when you say, "Oh yeah, there isn't a God," I don't believe in the Bible. It's a man-made book. You know what I'm saying? It's its own interpretation. You have these demons in your spirit that tell you all this stuff to make you seem like you know what the hell you're talking about. But have you like really, really just put your comfort zone to the side and be like, okay, I need to grow my soul here, man. I need to like fight temptation big time because it's gonna be there. Temptation is not a sucker punch to your face. It's not a kick to the nuts. It's actually a good belly rub. It's actually a feel good message. It's something that says everything is all right. Take your shoes and your socks off. Lay in your bed. Get your phone out. Masturbate. Bullshit. Play the game for about 6, 7, 9 hours. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and order you a couple cheeseburgers and pizzas. You know what I'm saying? Call some women over, man, to suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? The devil enters into your soul, man, and they said the wages of sin is death, right? So when you practicing all this evil, you may not die in the next 5 minutes or 5 seconds, or you know what I'm saying? After this life, you know what I'm saying, evil could be reserved for you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Verse 2 says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. It says, set thy heart aright and get your mind right, constantly endure. So you have to endure and fight off the temptation. You know what I'm saying? And make not haste in time of trouble. A lot of us are quick to get angry at our dark side. We're quick to get angry because we got stalkers in our life. You know what I'm saying? We quick to get angry. We say we get tired of COVID-19, the coronavirus and lockdowns and all that. You know what I'm saying? God is cleansing the planet, man. He's trying to get us to wake up. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. You know what I'm saying? Cleaving to God. Search for him while you're still alive. And don't get comfortable to a point where you say, to hell with him. I'm cool. I've learned a few verses and I feel refreshed. I don't need this no more. I'm cool. Wrong. Satan don't always come to you to piss you off and make you mad. He comes to you to make you comfortable and make you and he says everything is going to be all right. Just relax and chill. You made it. You worked your 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and call some prostitutes over and get a belly rub. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and bullshit. Destroy yourself. Get comfortable. Relax. Don't take this stuff too serious, man. It's not the end of the world. Everything will open back up. They're going to find a vaccine. You know what I'm saying? You cool. You're going to work that second or third job. You're going to probably get your kids back. You know what I'm saying? You got this, man. Verse 4 says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state. So, whatever is brought upon you, you know what I'm saying? Be cheerful. Be cheerful because you are thinking upon the reward you're going to get for listening to the Creator. And say, to hell with man, think and feel and all that type of stuff. To hell with these demons in my head telling me to relax, to be comfortable and chill and get blown, get drunk. You know what I'm saying? This thing is serious, man. And we have to be patient when things happen to us in life, when the money isn't good. You know what I'm saying? When people are ignoring you, when women are not attracted to you, you know what I'm saying? When people feel like you were just a freaking disease, they think you stink. You know what I'm saying? They feel like you ugly. You need to be avoided. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta be patient. Deal with the haters. Deal with the people who hate your guts. You know what I'm saying? Pray for them and move on. Just thank the Lord that they ain't pulling out no weapons ready to blow your head off. Verse 5 says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So gold has to be breaking down to take out all the other elements that's attached to it. It wants that fine, rich gold. The other things that are attached to you has to be burnt off. It only just wants your soul. God just wants a clean soul that wants to focus on him. Now, these other things that you want to bring along with God is not going to be acceptable. As far as your Christianity, your other religions, your own opinions, Anything that goes against what he requires that you want to bring along with you, be like, hey, God, I'm good with people. I'm good at, talking and all that type of stuff. Me. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring all these traits in. You know what I'm saying? I used to be I used to be a pimp back in the day, you know what I'm saying? The women still flock to me and like me and all that. I can use them to serve you. You don't need all that. You just need that gold, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a damn about you, how good you are at playing the game, how good at your network or your communication is, man. He just wants your obedience towards him. All that stuff is irrelevant. He don't care how intelligent you are, how charismatic you are, how good of a person you is. He don't really give a damn about that, man. He just wants your obedience, man. An acceptable man in a furnace of adversity. A furnace is hot. It isn't chill. That thing, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there pushing carts, man. And my fingers feel like they hurting. I feel like they getting smashed with freaking hammers. But I gotta constantly endure, man, to get this money. I gotta survive. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get on that bus, man, and risk being around elements. You know what I'm saying? People gotta wear a mask and everything in the health field, you know what I'm saying, because of this thing that's out here. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be protected. Verse 6 is a heavy hitter. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. So, belief is like your other thoughts of doubt, saying, whatever your brain tells you, you know what I'm saying, you want to have other belief systems that goes against him. Whatever he tells you to do something or not to do something, listen. But what we like to do as people is fuel our temptations. We want to be comfortable. We don't know where the stress is coming from. The stress is the temptation that you have to endure. We are starving our spirits. Why? Because we lacking prayer, and we lacking fasting, and we lacking these scriptures. Because these scriptures is what's going to, heal our souls, man. When the devil comes into our brains and our spirit, man, and throw this temptation, if we don't have nothing to fight against that, we are in trouble. Our health is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Our thought process is in trouble. And we thinking about foolishness. Because we feel like, there, I don't believe in that Bible. Well, if you don't believe in the Bible, well, there ain't nothing God can do to, keep you comfortable when you have stalkers, when you have people who hate your guts, when you have people who you work for who want to fire you and say, hey, you can't work here no more. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You can't even go into a hospital. Everything is locked down. The heat is turned up. The time of bullshit should be put to rest. You know what I'm saying? For real. Verse 7 says, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Fear the Lord is showing respect to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing what he wants you to do. Not what you want to do, but what he wants. Wait for his mercy. That's another step right there. You got to wait for his mercy. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come immediately. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing what you're supposed to do, After that, you got to wait for his mercy to see if he's going to approve to heal you of your mind, of people that's in your life making your life hard, people who's keeping your children away from you, anything. People who made you lose lots of money, wasted your time, downgraded your character, everything. You know what I'm saying? Just turned you into nothing because we didn't have this. His mercy is going to restore us, man. That's what mercy does, man. It preserves you and keeps you alive. Because we really deserve extreme evil. We don't really deserve to be alive every second, for real. We don't deserve to see. We don't deserve to breathe. We deserve death, darkness. We deserve to be shit on the ground. But his mercy is what keeps us alive, man. But a lot of us, we think it's a game. We think it's a joke. And there's a judgment for that, man. But let me see what else we got. Verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Okay. Verse 9 says, Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Sometimes these verses explain themselves, man, and they just have you to think. Let me see what else we got, what time we got here. But yeah, I got to end this, man. Get back on the clock. Much love to y'all, man. Hope y'all got something from this. Peace.